Hello Aquarius, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. How you doing, Aquarius? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. Got some oracles going on here, and we're going to look at the oracles for the overall feel of the week next week, and then we're going to throw some tarot at it to get a few details for you about what's coming up. Thanks for clicking here, Aquarius. I appreciate you. And if you've been here before, thanks for coming back. And if you're brand new, I hope you will stay. We are doing this reading post full moon. So happy full moon in Aquarius. It just went down yesterday. I'm reading this on a Sunday. So as of this, if you're watching this real time, yesterday was the Aquarius full moon, sturgeon moon, and it's still, of course, we're still living in that energy. We've also got a lot of planets in retrograde, and we have the Lionsgate portal going on. So there's a lot going on right now, a lot of movement. And you know, this Aquarius full moon is, you know, you're the visionary, right? Helping us all have, like, you know, you're the conscious, right? So everybody here is having, you know, breakthroughs, visionary breakthroughs, having radical ideas, like changing their mind about things, thinking outside the box and deciding, you know what, I don't think I want to hold space for this anymore, rethinking outdated norms. I'm going to do what I want to do. Don't tell me what to do. And so all of us are feeling it for sure. Look, at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you how to go to the extended if you're interested, or about private readings if you're interested in that. But let's get to this. Let's find out what's going on for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got don't let your past hold you back. So what is your South Node? Do you know it? It's really important to know your South Node and your North Node, because your South Node is your last life and your North Node is what you're here to do right now. It's really important to know that. Okay, so we have don't let your past hold you back. So that could be in this life or the last life, but you don't know about the last life unless you know what your South Node is. What else do we have here for Aquarius, please? Tell me about Aquarius. Somebody's trying not to repeat some sort of pattern of the past, is what it feels like here. We've got chaos and conflict. Card number 33 is a 6. Ooh. Oh, you got to be who you are, Aquarius. That's what I'm getting from this. Somebody's trying to, no, I don't think that's the right word, Charlie. Charlie said pigeonhole. But I feel like somebody is trying to make you something that you're not. So I would say, if by saying that, I'll give you a for instance. I think that somebody is trying to get you to get married and you don't want to get married, or somebody wants, now that you're with them, you're connected, you're in a relationship, maybe you're ready to get married, but you told them you don't want to have kids, and now somebody, you know, it's like, and now they knew that from the beginning, but now they're trying to get you to comply. That's what this feels like to me. Chaos is causing chaos and conflict for you. And so I think that leading up to this full moon, that you've been in a little bit of conflict and some chaos maybe in the mind, because we've got a zebra here who is trying to break out of this giraffe costume. I can't be what I'm not. And so that's really who you are, a kind of at your core, Aquarius. You are the one who is thinking outside the box, breaking the norms. I'm just going to let my freak flag fly. I'm just going to do the thing, and I don't care if you don't think that I don't fit in. So I feel like you're trying to stop an old pattern before it gets to the place where somebody is trying to make you something that you're not, or force you to be someone you're not. I pulled out this surrenders deck because full moons are always about surrender and letting things go. So I just a really loud car in the background, maybe clarifying, yes, that it's the truth, right? So it's about time for you to let something go. So this surrender deck could be something that you should be letting go of, surrendering. Tell me more about Aquarius. All right, one is flipped. What have we got? We've got surrender to complete healing. Now, we're always on the road to healing, but I feel like you're trying to heal something, a specific thing. It says open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. So I feel like I'm speaking to an Aquarius where you find that the people around you, whether they're family members or friends or lovers, they're always trying to fit you into a box. Always trying to say, this is the path that I want you on. And I feel like this is a time for you to break free of all of that. is what it feels like. You are breaking out of the costume that they want you to be in order to be with them, and you're like, nah, brah, I gotta be who I am. I'm Aquarius. I'm individual. Did you know Aquarius is like the rarest placement, Aquarius Sun? Only because, I mean, it'd be scary with too many of you on the earth. I'm just gonna say. It's revolution energy, right? It's visionary, and it's breakthrough, and it's revolution, and don't tell me what to do, and that kind of energy. So I feel like the chaos that you're going through right now is because you don't want to repeat another cycle, and so you're sort of releasing yourself and pulling off the layers of you that were hiding you from being who you really are. And it feels like this is going to be your complete healing process in action here. What do we have here? We have a new romantic cycle begins. So new moon in Libra. I feel like you are in a place where you're trying to get yourself balanced in an energy of harmony and restoration, because maybe your soul knows that a new romantic cycle is on the approach. Hold your vision. It feels like you're thinking about someone or hoping about someone, but you know that you must bust away from these patterns that you've been in. That's what it feels like here. We've got a deep knowing. For some of you, it could be an Aries Pisces cusp. You could have possibly a Pisces placement, but the deep knowing is Pisces energy. We've got card 43, which is a 7. We've got an owl, which is standing on the moon. The moon is full, and so the owl is like, it's the end of something. So I feel like you're experiencing the end of something, and that could be the end of a thought pattern. It could be the end of a relationship. It could be the end of you finally breaking out of the space, the place, the clothing, the person, the attitude. It's like you're changing your mind and you're becoming free of something. So whatever that means to you. Bottom of the deck, we have divine timing. It's supposed to happen now. Again, we have a full moon, right? So it's supposed to happen now. We've got, this says new moon, but we've got a full moon here, and we've got a full moon here. So this is sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, according to your ego, be patient and trust the universe's flow. So I feel like there is something that's changing now, and you're like, why now? Because of divine timing, I feel. All right, let's get some tarot. What are we using here? Okay. Let's do this. Tell me about Aquarius, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius. Got the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Bottoms of the deck are always future energy for me. Got the King of Pentacles. So I feel like for some of you, South Node for you could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. If that's you, I could be talking about you today. But it also feels like, I'm just going to say that with the South Node being the past energy, I feel like in the past you were quite stable. You were stable, everything was in place, you knew what you wanted, you had, this is Taurus energy, but of course Virgo and Capricorn, because we're in a general reading, but this is energy of, I'm going this way, and I know what path I want. I know what I'm doing, don't tell me what to do, I've already got the plan, I've already planned things out, Capricorn energy, right? I've already looked over every detail, Virgo energy, and so I feel like the South Node is that you made a pretty good plan, and you were feeling pretty stable until this energy came along. That's what it feels like here, that there's conflict and chaos of the mind, that you're trying to make a decision because you're observing something from a distance. And now you're like, no, you can't make me do that. I'm not going to do that. I feel like something is about to come to an end, but I think that whatever is ending here, which, by the way, could be a thought pattern because we do have swords here, but I feel like whatever's coming to an end is necessary. It's necessary to go through the pain and the loss and the release. It feels like it's almost like a rock bottom moment here. And that really is the moment of healing, because when you get to the rock bottom, all you do is flip on your back, and it's all you got is the only way is up, right? It feels like you have a deep knowing that something is coming here. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. We've got the Hierophant. I felt you kind of stuck in your energy, stuck in your ways. We do have the Knight of Pentacles. and we have the Ace of Pentacles. So something here is moving incredibly slow. And I feel like that's why divine timing is so important. And that's why, like, when you watch this reading, it may make no sense to you. And that's okay if it doesn't make any sense to you, because it's just that divine timing hasn't been here yet. And, you know, divine timing is a thing. Divine timing is when it finally all makes sense. When it's destiny to move forward, it's destiny to have movement, then it begins to all make sense. But it won't before that, and that's why not everybody can resonate with a general reading. So we have the Hierophant, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. It feels like you possibly have made some sort of investment. Now, it feels like you're building a foundation or have built a foundation with someone, possibly the workplace, because we do have corporation here. Possibly the Hierophant could be structure or corporation, or maybe you've joined a team of some sort. We've got 3 pentacles, and that's why I'm saying it here. It feels like you're like in a new community, or you're with in a new network of people, or you're building a foundation with somebody. But something triggers you in the week ahead, Aquarius, and it makes you feel like, uh-oh, I've been here before, and it didn't work out very well. It feels like you planned it really carefully, and you decided that you wanted to invest in it. But with the Knight of Pentacles here, it's like you get off the horse and you're like, wait a second, I have to reassess this. I got to recalibrate for a moment, because I feel like I'm getting myself stuck along the way. It feels like the Hierophant energy is a little bit of stuck energy. It's like it's tradition. If I'm going to follow tradition, what if I follow in the same footsteps that my parents fell into, or I follow in the same footsteps that I did last time? It feels like you do the same thing over and over, possibly, but it feels like it's because you're in that stuck energy of the fixed energies, right? We've got Taurus and Taurus here, and you are a fixed energy. So it feels like you're going really slow. You made a plan to invest somewhere, and now that the investment is here and you begin to build the foundation, I feel like you start seeing an old pattern show up, is what it feels like. I've been here before and it didn't work out right. I'm getting too stuck in my ways. I'm not really moving forward. It feels like you wanted stability, or your material world. Maybe you bought a house, or maybe you're supporting someone financially. Maybe you're in a relationship and it's become very stable and secure, but it also feels like feels like a repeat pattern. Something that is triggering you from the past. Tell me why the Page of Swords is here with chaos and conflict. You can see that the Page of Swords is looking over at this energy over here, clutching the pearls, kind of like, oh God, what have I done? That's what it looks like as I'm looking. You know, it's always like 2020, right? Our vision is always 2020 once we get past the thing. And so it feels like you're looking back now that you're in it, and going, uh-oh, because 33 is a 6, so it could be a relationship, right? And I feel like somebody is trying to make you do something or be something that you don't want to do or be. We have the Queen of Wands here. We have the 6 of Pentacles. And we have the 7 of Swords. Oh boy. Yep, you're noticing the pattern. That's what it looks like. You know what the pattern is, Aquarius? I feel like you have an overgiving nature, and I've never met an Aquarius who wasn't overgiving, who wasn't really generous and kind. Like who insists on paying the bill, or who insists on, you're very generous with your money, your time, your energy. And I feel like there's somebody in your life here who is very independent, this person is, or maybe you are, but the Queen of Wands is here, feminine or masculine. This isn't an independent energy. It's like somebody is taking advantage of the kindness. It's like, it seems like the scales are tipped. It feels like the scales are tipped, and it feels like you're giving more than you're receiving. And I think it's because of the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands, I feel, is someone who's off doing their own thing, but they expect you to pay the bill. Like maybe they want you to fund their traveling, or they want you to fund whatever it is they want to do. They expect you to pay the bill, and you just keep giving and giving because maybe you're in a position to do so. But the 7 of Swords tells me something underneath does not feel right. Something tells me that you're like, I don't really trust the Queen of Wands. What is going on? I'm observing, because you're the observer, right? You're observing. And I think what you've observed here is that you're the one that's giving a lot and you're not getting a lot in return. Because on this Six of Pentacles, somebody here is giving and the other person has their hands out. So I feel like there is somebody here that you are possibly keeping in all the finer things. So if it's a feminine, maybe you're always giving the money to get their hair done and buy nice clothes and get their nails done and their pedicures. And if you're the masculine, if you're the feminine, it might be that way for you, that you're giving this person money to travel or money to go out or money to be with their friends, or, maybe you're buying them things. It feels like there's something about the Queen of Wands that you don't trust. And this person it feels like they're acting independent from you, even though you two might be considered an item, or they might consider you an item and you don't. Tell me about the Ten of Swords, because I feel like you need to release something here in order to complete your healing. There is a deep knowing that you have to do this. This is divine timing, and I think this full moon is going to get you to release something here. We've got, ooh boy. Yeah, okay. We got the King of Swords, we got the Three of Cups, and we have the Ace of Cups. So there we go. It does feel like you're funding somebody's party life here, whoever you are, feminine or masculine. You're funding someone's party life. So the King of Swords is here, and looking at it logically now, thinking, I've got to cut this loose. The Three of Cups is here. There is somebody here who is spending too much time in celebration. Parties, going out with the friends, girls' night. Maybe they want you to give them money to go to Vegas, or, guys' nights. Maybe you're funding parties, whatever it is. It feels like it feels like the completion of your healing is the Ace of Cups, and that is to heal your heart space. It's your heart space that you have to heal. I feel like the only way you can do that is by releasing something, though. That's what it feels like here. So look, we're going to go into the extended, and if you want to be in the extended to take a look at the clarifications of all of this, we're going to get more details about what's going on here. I'm going to put down 3 cards. We're going to talk about what else is coming up in the extended. And if you'd like to go to the extended, please check out the pinned comment at the top. You will find information about how to purchase only this extended, or you can come into the membership area where all of the extendeds are if you'd like to do that for one low monthly price. And if you're interested in a private read, I am doing private reads pre-recorded and live. The live ones are on sale between 5 and 75% off of the live reads. So I've been loving talking to everybody on the phone. It's been lovely. So we have the Seven of Cups, we have the Four of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. You know what? I think that this time of you being overly generous is over. It feels like you are deciding to hold back because you have many opportunities, and I think it does feel like either a job or a relationship, a situation where you're giving more to the situation, relationship, or the job. Maybe you're doing all the overtime and you're not getting compensated for it. Oh yeah, we'll get you next time. Oh yeah, we'll get you next time. It feels like you're going to start pulling back your emotional energy from this situation. And that's kind of the way it goes for you. You don't usually cut them off right away, but you'll just sort of pull back all of that emotional energy, first of all. The Page of Pentacles is here, and the Page of Pentacles tells me that you're going to pull it right back to the Page energy from the King energy here. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands. And I know that it's sort of, you're in this energy of, I don't know if I should do this or when I should do this. But, the King of Swords doesn't really care if you like the truth. The King of Swords can be someone who delivers it in a dry way. It feels like you're going to deliver something like a sword. You're just going to cut it. You're just going to say, look, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not funding your nights out. If you're just going to be out with your friends and I'm going to be sitting here home waiting for you, that's not what I'm here for. The Five of Wands and the Queen of Cups, because I feel like you have deep feelings for this person. But I feel like the love for yourself is way more important. It feels like you've gotten to a comfort zone of you providing and them taking. And this here tells me that you're ready to just bust out of this place where you feel like somebody has got you surrounded or got you in a box. It feels like, this zebra is busting out of the costume, essentially, of the giraffe. And so I feel like you've decided, I just got to show this person who I am. I'm the King of Swords and that's it. And you can only do so much, but when you start taking advantage of me, that's it. I'm all the way out. So there's a new romantic cycle that's beginning here. So possibly that has something to do with whatever you're leaving behind, whether it's a job or a place you were living or a situation or a relationship, whatever it is. Let's go talk about that in the extended. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Take care, Aquarius, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.